Firstly, let me say what a truly great honor and pleasure it is to be here to present this award this evening, this prestigious award named after the great Ted Albert, who I had the pleasure of working with and getting to know back in the 1980s when he and his family were reigning supreme in the studios and the airwaves and record stores and publishing houses, creating one of the great music companies of the world, Albert's. Ted, as many of you will fondly remember, was a highly intelligent, intuitive, sophisticated, classy, lovely person who I had the utmost respect for, and I think it's absolutely wonderful that this award is named in his honor. He was not only a fine businessman, but an honorable gentleman and a visionary, embodying all the positive aspects of this industry that we love, us mellophiles. Thank you, Jenny. It was a new one on me too. Look, in 1987, I got the job I'd always dreamed of, being the first ever VJ for the first ever international affiliate of MTV. And on the 16th of April, 1987, we put our first episode to air. I'd quit my job as promotions manager at 2UW, which was owned by the Albert family, and set off into a brave new world. I'd made the conscious decision to hang up the leather pants and leave the singing and songwriting to people who did it far better than me. I took a big, deep breath and dived into the deep end. So a couple of months later, I was sent off to interview a young lady who was releasing her first single on July the 13th, 1987. She was, of course, already a major TV star on her way to becoming a pop culture icon, but this was definitely a new chapter for her. The story of how that all came about is, of course, now the stuff of showbiz legend, how Michael Gudinski signed Kylie and subsequently introduced her to Stock Aitken and Waterman, and the world would never be the same again. So, sometime in July 1987, Kylie and I were sitting on a balcony at the Boulevard Hotel in Sydney overlooking William Street. Me, the rookie showbiz guy, her, the superstar in the making, and there we did our first ever interview. I remember quite clearly asking her how it was all going, and she said, "I wish it would all just slow down a little bit." Of course it didn't. She should have been so lucky. Over the years, I've had the pleasure of getting to know Kylie and observing her incredible career from many quarters. We were all living at the Connaught in Sydney at one stage. She and Michael, me, and I can't remember who. It's a long time ago. They were definitely there. The Paps were out every day. She even came and sang happy birthday to me at a significant celebration a decade ago. I've also felt a very close affinity working with Brendan at Channel 9, great cameraman, who would tip me off about something from time to time, always something good, I should add. He even called me once saying, "Mate, Kylie and I are stuck in a little room for half an hour, but I have my camera here, and she's got a new song coming out. Do you want to have a chat?" I said, "Sure, what's the song called?" He said, "Spinning Around." I said, "Cool, let's go." She's been also part of my family for the past couple of years, thanks to my son Christian, who named his cat Kylie Minogue, and then took off to live in LA, leaving Kylie behind. I hope she's behaving tonight. Look, one of the many things that's always impressed me about Kylie is, in addition to her talent and her tenacity, her incredible work ethic. She's worked tirelessly over the many years. Through the great times and the tough times, she's dug in and earned the respect of all. She has, of course, been surrounded by so many great people over the years. Michael Sue and Matt Gudinski, Linda Basidis and the Mushroom Publishing and Labels teams, and the Frontier Touring family. Her long-term manager, Terry Blamey, and more recently, for the past 12 years, Polly Bomick and Ali Main, not to mention her inner sanctum of extremely loyal staff. The fine collaborators, musicians, and stylists, and of course the unwavering support from her parents, Ron and Carol, siblings Brendan and Danny, her family represented here tonight by Brendan Beck, and nephews Charlie and James. She's had good people around her, but let's not take anything away from Kylie. She is a role model, an inspiration, a pioneer, a trailblazer, and an absolute superstar, known and loved and respected right around the world. The Kylie effect has prompted thousands of women to have tests and undoubtedly saved countless lives. Her support for equality has inspired millions. She's entertained us for nearly 40 years, and this is the really cool bit. She's now hotter than she's ever been, on tour, on the radio, winning awards and accolades, loving life, and absolutely on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, this award is decided by APRA's Board of Directors for an individual or group considered to have made an outstanding contribution to the music industry over a number of years. And I am delighted to say that the recipient of the Ted Albert Award for Outstanding Service to Australian Music is Kylie Minogue. Yes, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, Kylie is unable to be here tonight, but she has sent us this message.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, APRA. This is such an honor. I am completely over the moon. I'm only sad that I'm not with you in person. If I was with you in person, we would all be celebrating together, but I am celebrating here on tour. And 17-year-old me would not be able to compute the life that music has given me. I mean, we all know it's work, you work for it, but I feel like whatever we give and whatever it might take from us, we receive more. And as I'm on tour at the moment, I'm singing songs throughout my entire catalogue. So from the first one, the Locomotion, right up to songs from Tension. And I'm really aware of, I guess, the passage of time and how much more music means to me. I honestly, I love it more than ever. And I loved it to begin with. So connecting with people each and every night. And a night like tonight with this award, thank you so, so much. I do have some family there tonight to accept the award on my behalf. So behave. I'll be checking in on you. In the meantime, I send you so much love and I will be back and see you all soon, I hope. Thank you, APRA. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Kylie. And ladies and gentlemen, to accept the Ted Albert Award on behalf of Kylie, would you please welcome her nephew, Charlie.
Thank you, Richard, for that introduction, and good evening, everyone. I spoke with Kylie earlier today, and she really wished she could be here with you all tonight, but she sends her love and thanks, as well as a big thank you for all the beautiful messages from her fellow artists. My first Kylie show was in 2011. I was 5 years old. Since then, I've been lucky enough to attend just about every concert. On behalf of our family, I want to say how incredibly proud we are of her, not only for what the world sees, but also for everything it takes behind the scenes to make the magic happen. It's super special to be here to witness her accolades celebrated by the industry tonight, and I'll make sure to get this to her safely. Thank you, APRA, for the evening, and enjoy the rest of your night, everyone.